this morning around 6:40. I rolled on out of bed, put some sweatpants on, took a little zip up jacket, walked straight into my living room. No phone, no devices, no iPads, no computers. And I went into the room and just sat down. That morning, this morning was just really silent, I would say. There was no thought in my mind, which is pretty wild. And it's kind of scary sometimes because I always feel like I need to have something in my mind. I need to be doing something or having something going on. But that definitely was not the case, even for just the 5 minutes of sitting down. After, came out here and sat where I am right now. The exact angle that I am right now, looking just at the sky, looking at clouds there, looking at the palm trees that are right here. And I journaled. And I remember journaling about the colors that I saw and the sounds that I heard out here. But journaling even this morning felt a little different for me. I was just writing what had came to mind. And it was actually pretty difficult because there was nothing on my mind. There was nothing on my brain. And I remember, or at least this is my thought process about it from what I have heard of, when you're journaling, you want to journal the thoughts that come into your brain, and be able to dump it down and remember it and just see the routines or the patterns of what things you're thinking. But I wasn't thinking about anything. So I was like, what do I even write down? What do I even talk about? And as my day has kind of gone on, it was more of like this is a clean slate. This is a clean page. This is a fresh start. Most mornings, to give you the brutally honest truth, I don't always do that. Especially not a while ago, maybe like 2 months ago. The first thing that I would definitely do is roll over, grab my phone, see what's going on. And immediately, everything would fill your brain. Of every notification that built up overnight, is like right there waiting for you. Every email, every text, every app, everything on social media. For me, trading as well. Everything is on my screen. And it's like, oh my gosh. Poof. Imagine that, 6:30, 6:40 in the morning. That's the first thing you take in. There's a reason why our days go from 0 to completely overwhelmed in a matter of a minute. You have to understand your brain is still like processing everything that's going on again. And the first thing you're bringing into the light, the first thing you're bringing into your system is every notification that you have. And you want to know something I just realized? My headphones were never even plugged in. I was looking at it, and it was just kind of like hanging there. See? I'm still like just in the moment right now. I'm really not like paying attention to all the little stuff. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. But back to what I was saying just about a notification. I feel like once you open one, it leads to opening all the text messages, finding what the next notification is that you're going to see. Now you're in this anxious mode about what's going to surprise me, what's going to pop up next. Is there a bill that's going to be coming up next? You're going to be looking for things that's going to be trying to bring you down. And not even bring you down, but consume your mind. Because I guarantee you the next thing that you're going to be looking for is some form of happiness or peace of mind. And I guarantee the quickest way that you can get that is going through social media. Now that you're on social media, now you're going to be scrolling for a while, finding that little next thing that can bring that little piece of joy, that little piece of happiness, that little glimpse of, ooh, I feel a little better. But then if you really zoom out and look at it, you realize your day never actually started. You just got absorbed and pulled into somebody else's life, somebody else's story, somebody else's dream. And now we get even more overwhelmed. The real cost, I believe, the phones bring, at least in my life, is, for one, I trade. And with doing that, you do have moments that you're going to be looking at the charts. You know, you're going to be looking at the different patterns of what's going on. So when you see something moving and you're seeing something in the charts, you want to pay attention to it. You want to be locked into it. But ultimately, the market is going to do its thing regardless of what you do. The market is going to keep moving. And I noticed that if I'm trying to start my day or go for a walk or just trying to find a time to be in my own presence, and I just open up that app for one moment, I know my attention gets absorbed straight into it. I get pulled right into it, and now I'm there for another certain amount of time that I could have been spending somewhere else. And I know it's not a trading problem, it's a attention issue. And I know it's going to bleed into everything else that I do. I know for my personality, I do get pulled into things quickly and I want to give it my all. And so as soon as it gets my attention, I'm all in it, you know. And when that happens, especially with trading, you feel flustered, you know, you feel scattered. And all of this is happening subconsciously in my brain once again at about 7 a.m. So the day hasn't even fully began yet, and I'm already in this anxious state. So for you, find what that cost is. Find what is pulling your attention away. Find what is absorbing the energy that you could be spending on enjoying this life or creating the life of your dreams, creating the life of your desire. To explain how my day is kind of progressing from the beginning, sitting down was still kind of hard. You know, sitting down for 5 minutes was hard. Not because I couldn't just keep my mind blank, but because of the fact that sitting is not the best for me sometimes. It's hard. I got long legs and I got a lot of issues with my body. Played football for years. I think I'd say I stopped at around 22, but I started around 4. Not even around 4, I was 4. And throughout all of that time, I've had 4 surgeries. I've torn my ACL, my LCL, PCL, meniscus in one knee, all at once. Torn my meniscus in the other knee. Torn my rotator cuff of my labrum in my left shoulder. But due to all of those, there are some residual issues. So now I've got some issues with my hips. So like sitting is very uncomfortable for me. So I'm like, all right, I got to find the right position. Which way is right? And then I start stressing myself out. I can't just sit comfortably. Nothing's going right. So I just try to chill myself out, calm myself down. A few little reminders popped into my head. I got some appointments to do today. I've got a little couple things to handle today, but they pretty much just kind of floated through my brain. Nothing really like pulled my attention. I noticed that I didn't spiral off anywhere. I didn't go off in any other direction. After sitting down and sitting here on the balcony, I was like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go hit some back and buys for this morning. And it was a great workout. Don't get me wrong, it was very calm. I got what I needed to done. And I know it's about probably almost 10 a.m. right now. And I still feel a little groggy. You know, my brain is definitely still waking up. I'm still at that like level playing field right now where I can think and process through things as effectively as possible. I have the brain space to do it, you know, because nothing is filling my brain yet. No social media is really filling my brain. If there's anything that's happening on social media, I may have something scheduled, I may have something already created that I can easily just flow out. Man, I'm sweating. It's hot out here. So it is nice to still be a bit relaxed. And I want to let you know, like, the 5 minutes in the morning, I promise you, it's not going to fix everything. You know, it's not going to magically just change your finances if that's something you're struggling with. It's not just going to magically change your physical appearance if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight or whatever goals you have in regards to physical fitness. It's not going to do that either. It's not going to relieve all of the mental trauma just in one moment. You know, it is a progressional thing. It is something that you grow and develop for every day. It's a slow game. It's a gradual game. We're built in this environment now that we need to be in a rush. Things need to be happening so quickly and so fast. And that's something that I know I'm slowly breaking out of. And it may be something you may be going through and learning about, you know, right now. I want to have you guys start to notice when you start to get overwhelmed, you know. I want you to notice when things start getting a little scattered for you. I believe that's more of the purpose of sitting to yourself and having those moments to yourself. When you're able to do that, you can slowly regain control of your life and then start putting things into play to build the destiny or the dream, the desired life that you want. Because I know for me, I started the day on the terms that I wanted. Before anybody had any access to me, before any calls, before any text messages, I took control of the things that I wanted to do this morning. And I know that you can do that for yourself just as well. So that time frame, that window, right before your phone or your device, your computer, your laptop, your iPad, you name it, whatever things you're using, that moment right beforehand, that is all yours. Use it. Sit in that, use that. Because most people are going to hand it over before even realizing it's happening. Also, if you guys are hearing some noises in the background, I put out some bird food for a while, maybe like a month now. And now in the past 2 days, 3 days, they've all been pulling up. And it's been a crazy thing to see. So if you guys have any recommendations on some bird food or some like really cool bird feeders, or something that would be a really nice touch, or something they would like, please put it in the description. And I hope you guys have a smooth rest of your day. Stay fresh in everything that you do. And I'll see you guys soon.